Today we will be speaking about COVID-19 solutions provided by Teltonika and how we can help businesses to avoid them better, and how we can help businesses to not to close themselves. So I will start on a short presentation about Teltonika for those who are participating and hearing from Teltonika for the first time. So we are a worldwide company, and we have been in business for over than 22 years. And we have offices all over the world, in North America, Latin America, opening as well some offices on Latin America, as we see in Peru. We are establishing one in Brazil, as well as we are setting our foot real big in Africa, and we are thinking to open the finally office in Kenya. As well, we have an office in Belarus, United Arab Emirates, Pakistan, India, Singapore, Hong Kong, Indonesia. So we are pretty well set up all over the world to supply our customers from a variety of different countries. And all over the world in Teltonika, right now they are working over the 900 employees, and 200 of those are dedicated for R&D. So we are trying to be to our customers, trying to develop cutting-edge technology from our headquarters in Lithuania. And our factory is everything stationed in Lithuania. So we are making sure we have all the processes of our production, our sales, our R&D, and delivering that to each of the regions separately. So that's our short overview about Teltonika and our worldwide coverage. In the past, 22 years, basically we've been growing rapidly. And right now we can proudly say that we have more than 10 million devices deployed worldwide. So that includes general networking solutions, as well as GPS, fleet management solutions, as well as smart autonomous solutions. And this webinar will be held on smart autonomous solutions, and how we can help to provide these solutions, we can help you assist your customers, how we can help to minimize the risks that we are all facing right now in this pandemic time. So I'll be introducing devices from Teltonika that will help you provide these solutions to your customers. I will overview the potential use cases, how this will benefit you, and how this could open the bigger market share for yourself. And as well, we'll cover the public transport and how it's working during the lockdown, and how Teltonika could help find other possible ways on the lockdown and possibilities. So talking about the micromobility, and we'll have questions and answers that we could start working on. So I'll start speaking about two personal tracker solutions. And first of one is our newly released proximity solution, which we are working on. And basically we had this unit in the past, and we have the solution here. It's small, sleek, it looks good, design is nice. You can put the ID card over here. As well, it works as a simple man down and no movement device with alarm button, with 5 pre-configurable buttons, as well as GNSS, and you can possibly set up an indoor navigation for additional Bluetooth beacons added to this device. And as well, we have our TMT small unit, IP67 waterproof, with as well 2 configurable buttons, as well big alarm button, as you can see here, and as well man down and no movement, water resistant, and as well GSM. Both of those units are 2G, and for further options on the LTE or 3G options, we have that in our roadmap, so it will be delivered hopefully end of this year. And our recent solution, it's a quarantine monitoring solution, what we have created. So this is you can put easily on the leg, on the person's leg, which he came back from, for example, from a different country. So how it works? So it's simply, there's the screws over here, as you can see. You are screwing those screws out, and simply can, while this is taken out, it starts vibrating and sending the tamper alert. So this solution works. Right now it's vibrating and sending the tamper alert to the server side. The blinking LED shows that. So here's the stripe in this middle of the wire. And if you cut it, you get the tamper alert. If you remove it or break it somehow, you will get the tamper alert. So in any case, if person illegally removes this solution, you are getting the notification. So when it's put inside, the solution stops vibrating and you get the no notification. So put it on your leg. Here's the measure, the size over here. You can simply measure the size of the person, put it on his leg, put it on the quarantine, and set it on home for 14 days. So this is our recent solution. We are having huge inquiries for this solution from all over the world, and we want to deliver it as soon as possible, because in some of the countries this solution becoming more and more important, and we're trying to get this as much available to all of the companies as possible, because right now some of the companies are trying to benefit from this situation, which is we have worldwide. And basically it has the same functions with the as TMT solution, with the alarm button as well. We can set up the home zone. It has the Bluetooth support and no movement alert. So for example, if person doesn't move for a particular amount of time, it also sends the alarm. So I will overview how these solutions could be set up differently with different use cases. So if, for example, you don't want to choose this solution to monitor people and put it on the leg or on the hand, so you can choose either these solutions, what you see on the screen. So you just simply take GH device, pair it with the BLE bracelet, and as well for additional monitoring, you can put the Bluetooth tags in the house, set up all over the house. So if you're leaving the home zone, you get the notification. So how it works? So device is being paired up with the Bluetooth bracelet, and you have to keep it together all the time, Bluetooth near this Bluetooth bracelet. And simply if you lose the device somewhere, device doesn't detect the Bluetooth bracelet and starts sending the alarm to the server side. Another option, if you cut the Bluetooth bracelet and throw it away, and you keep only the device, it starts sending the Bluetooth alert. So this solution works as you have to always keep them together, right? And if you go out of the house as well, device have the geofencing zone. If you leave the zone, it starts sending the alert. So, and all of these options is just for the simple security. And at the end, for example, of the quarantine, why this bracelet is necessary. So if the person is quarantined and he removed this, right? It's this bracelet is one-time use. So if he removes it, and person who is collecting these GH devices at the end of the quarantine for that particular person, he can see that he have removed the Bluetooth bracelet, and he can put a fine on it, or he can get get him to the hospital for checked up, or get a fine, or go even to jail, depending on each country's requirements. So that's how this solution works. Another option is the offender monitoring. So you can simply set up this unit without any restrictions at home, make sure that the person has it only one, for example, and if he leaves the home, it starts sending alerting the data. This device could be in a deep sleep for a particular amount of time. You can set up the home zone as well. You can go to shower. You don't need to remove it every time. It's water resistant, waterproof, so you'll be safe over there on that side. And how it works with additional Bluetooth beacon. So for example, device could be on the deep sleep mode for a long period of time and save the battery, right? So in that particular battery saving mode, device communicating with Bluetooth, which are set up, Bluetooth tags, which are set up all over the house. So for example, if device doesn't see these tags, it means that the person have left the house. And if the person have left the house, device doesn't see the Bluetooth tag, it wakes up and starts sending GSM data to the server side. And GSM is communicating with the server. You get the alert that you need to check the person. So in this case, the battery is being saved up. On the other hand, if person, as I mentioned, if person removes it, you get the notification. If person cuts it or breaks the unit, you get the notification to the server side. So either case, this solution works as a proximity breaching as well as works as a how to say, geofencing, and you may know when the tamper is detected, so you can simply get the alarm, send the police, check the person. So coming back to this solution, right now, whole world is speaking about solutions, how to protect people in the offices, how safely return them home, return them to offices, how safely keep the distance between people, and make sure that are not breaking any laws, any proximity solutions. So basically, we created this solution for offices, for big offices, for big corporations, as well as manufacturers. So in this case, the proximity is not breached. So I would like to share a video presentation with you guys, so you would know how it's working and how this could be done in the future for your particular use case that you might have. Yeah, so about this particular solution, what I would like to mention is that it also has not only the proximity feature, where you can measure the distance between the persons. So this proximity solution, to be exact, are working on SSI level on Bluetooth functionality. So we managed to approximately give the particular distance between the persons who are reaching the proximity. And as well with these solutions, you can measure the time the person have worked. You need to charge it every time over there when he is leaving and picking up the device. So I'll try to present how it works. Right now it's sleeping, it has a delay time. If you're bringing the solution closer, it starts beeping and instantly sending the data that devices are too close to each other. So it's working as a proximity solution like that. And if you're taking it down out of each other, they stop beeping. And in this case, you could get the data of proximity solution. I will just put them out from each other that they would not beep. So you would get the data, which device have communicating with which device. You can get the access to the server side and get all this information from there. So basically you can track, and if, for example, the person have made sure, or a person have this, unfortunately have the COVID-19 for himself, you can track with whom that person was communicating in the past few days, and you can make sure that you get all the connections that he had. 1 second. Yeah, so as I mentioned, you have the whole history. We have the immediate report via GSM to the server side, which makes sure that you know that some person have been breached this proximity. Device is beeping and vibrating, so you would feel it or hear it. So when the proximity is breached, and as well, for example, if you have this unit and you accidentally left it somewhere, right? So it has the no movement detection, and on the no movement indication, you as well have beeping, and that you would not forget this unit to take with yourself. And as well, this solution, as I mentioned, works not only as a proximity solution, but you could get this for the lone workers as well, can get for the elderly care. It's easy to wear, you can put on the neck, you can put on your belt. So there's the linear support, slim design, easy to wear. And as well, there's the card you are putting over here. So you could put the RFID card. So you would make sure that you could get past in the office. So you don't need to have a separate ID card for something else like that. So how it works, how this will benefit you. So I took a simple example here. And for example, if we take top 5 companies in each of the countries you are working at and you are operating. So imagine that the biggest manufacturers or biggest companies over there are making 250 billion in turnover per year. So per day, they're making 999 million per day. So imagine it's nearly 1 billion. So imagine if that factory must close because of the COVID-19. There's the biggest COVID-19 sickness is coming from that particular factory. They have to close, or they have to even shut down their production for a minimum of 14 days. And you can see that 14-day losses, it's topping around 14 billion euros. So for those 80,000 employees, you roughly invest 8 million. The company, the manufacturer, invest 8 million in addition, and looking forward to save at least 14 billion euros. So your margin, as would I assume, of course, it changed for particular use cases because some of the companies have different software integration, and it could be done that some of the companies are offering this solution on different price. But I took just a simple example how you and how much you can margin for the 80,000 employees. So imagine we have 1,000 or you have 20,000 employees. There's the factories, there's the OEMs, car manufacturers. You can go there and say, okay, here's the solution, what we have. And I'm just took some cases, use cases, potential use cases for proximity solution. As I mentioned, car manufacturers, banks, management and consulting companies, government. So I think that would be really interesting for each government over there, that they could go to the projects and cover those companies on the manufacturing side, insurance companies, as well on the security and quarantine monitoring. So right now we are looking at hospitals, pension houses for elder care, retirement homes, as well as government, because we all know that this virus is very lethal to elder people, and we want to make sure that our elder people, our loved ones who we want to take care are staying safe, and we making sure that they are in quarantine and not breaking any rules over there. And this device, quarantine and offender monitoring, it's not only for quarantine monitoring. This device could easily be fitted to offenders. What I mean, the person who left out on parole and he cannot leave the home or the particular zone for a particular amount of time. So we are looking on that side that this could be in the first place used as the quarantine device, and further on going to the different kind of projects and used on the persons on parole. So that covers us our one of the first parts of the personal tracking and quarantine solutions. So I would like to move on to the further part on speak about the micromobility and public transport. So you probably saw this particular graph somewhere on the internet, and we are trying to get this data and use this data to get to know better how to act in these hard times, because public transportation are getting lower every day. And in some of the cities all over the world, it's even in Rome, where's the big amount of COVID cases, it's public transportation down around 80%. So people are afraid to travel in public transportation. People are afraid to get in buses. They're thinking how to use the solutions that they would not have any physical contact with other persons, right? So that's the big issue that right now all over the world are being issued and facing, right? So people are reducing the public transportation use, and it's roughly more than 30% reduced all over the world. And right now, I think it's even more increasing, talking about the particular regions. So in Europe, of course, people are coming back to work right now. They're coming back to work and looking for solutions as the proximity solutions, as well as how people can travel safely. So there's the car sharing, there's micro mobility, there's sharing of scooters, sharing of e-kick scooters. So where I'm heading, they want to travel alone, right? They don't want any physical contact. So I would like to introduce and speak about our further solutions for the kick scooters and for the e-scooters. So the kick scooters is scooter sharing applications. So right now, this particular market is skyrocketing. So I want to mention that we have this inquiries and companies, like, it's not even that because of COVID-19, because of the new season have came, the summers have came, and people want to go out, people want to communicate, people want to travel, right? But they don't want to travel in crowded places. So they're choosing more reliable transport without any physical contact. So kick scooters and e-scooters. So what I mean by that, we have this solution, which could easily be mounted on the kick scooter, and it's perfectly our solution supported with the Segway scooters. So it has over-the-air support, it has power supply from 9 to 50, and you can easily remotely lock and unlock the scooter. And on the other hand, on the other side, we have the TFT scooter, TFT device for the e-scooters. So it's waterproof, it has the CAN support, but has different scooter manufacturers, for example, Govex, Ascol, which are being used all over the world. So that means we have this solution pretty well set up, and we can get that delivered to you and have help with all the integrations. And I will cover here some use cases, what I mentioned earlier. So we have people choosing this choosing this movement and how they want to move. They don't need to use the public transportation. They can easily order food, and this, perfectly fits for food delivery. And right now, people don't want to go to the bars, restaurants. They're trying to order food from a variety of different places. And sharing operators trying to offer the food delivery as an option. So for example, Uber has that. And in each particular country, all sharing operators are trying to go into that business because people are staying at home, right? Either they are choosing travel alone, or either scooter, kick scooter, or choosing to order food at home, or meet maybe business partners, meet their family members, but trying to make sure that they have as less physical contact as possible. And that's ending up on our micromobility introduction, how that could increase your sales on micromobility. So as I mentioned, this is skyrocketing. Micromobility is booming on that particular side. And I would like to mention that this is easily gotten from Teltonika. It's provided by us. So please don't hesitate to ask our questions in question and answer section. And I hope that we will be able to manage to help you assist quickly, that you could support your local communities, local companies, and get that devices delivered, and see how that will be spared with your loved ones and family. Thank you very much for this webinar. Right now we'll have some time for questions and answers session. So in any case, all these questions are being registered, and it will be answered. If not answered on this webinar session, it will be answered to you directly to your email. So you would get that information in any case. And as I mentioned in the beginning, the webinar is being recorded. So we will be sharing that information with you. And you can have a relook all over it again. You can share with your colleagues to make sure you better understand the solutions that I had mentioned during this webinar. So for further inquiries, you can contact your direct sales manager in particular region. So if you have that in the Europe side, you have that in CIS countries, you have that in Middle East, Africa, Asia countries, Latin America. So contact your direct sales manager or contact info@Teltonika.lt. So we'll be contacting you there and providing you the particular region sales manager. So hopefully you like this webinar. I will give some time for our engineers to answer the questions you have. So stay tuned, and thank you very much for the webinar. If you have any questions, just let us know. Thank you very much.